Cuz is
And they
said
are.
to be trying.
Worm Team is running double healer here, so
That could either give them advantage or a damage disadvantage. And certainly taking a lot of damage there, a little bit too far to the right. Does in fact go down to Cheese.
certainly getting spell blocked and then silenced, taken down.
And now it is a 1 versus 3. Xantex might be able to use his ultimate, but immediately into a Boomstorm does cause Cold Team to take this game 3-0.
Yeah, and the Cheese Belugas are just scary, so...
Definitely. And apparently Worm Team had a little bit of packet loss, so that was a contributor there. Alright. And
shall we watch next?
Evil Onyx still has a game going, but I have a feeling it's about to end because I'm looking at everybody else, and I'm not seeing anybody else in a game. So that seems to be soon to end.
I'll take a look in there.
We could join onto Druppy's game as if it starts pretty soon, but it doesn't have its
it looks
other
like
team.
Rena's Avail and Flavor Kid won that game.
Which one?
The last game with the last game of the round
Oh, yes.
between Evil Onyx and Avail's teams.
So we have everybody to choose from.
So now round 6 is starting, and we just have a ton of choices. Yeah. And let's see. I think we have watched every single team now. So
If you
we
want
can just start picking and choosing.
which
I would
teams
certainly
are
like to see more of the Belugas. I've always liked watching them, and they're running a very interesting double-ranged comp. And that gives us the opportunity to watch X-Lucid's team as well.
Yeah, definitely to see how Beluga's comp does work against
That double tank of X-Lucid's team,
double tank. Yeah, definitely. And it is showing Altar of Dorn up here, but that map is in fact banned, so we're
I'm
not
sure
really
they'll change it after the map bans.
Bans. We will see. Ban Citadel, okay.
Citadel, a very popular map, so I guess the Belugas just don't like that since they've been banning that first every time.
And the Shrine of Ershun is going to get banned. And
If I had to guess, I think we would see, gosh. I'm guessing Dubaku is going to get banned. That seems to get banned a lot.
yeah. Taking a little bit of time to consider this. They're probably talking
Probably
amongst
looking up
themselves.
the maps.
Or that. Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to remember all the map names. And guys, how are we doing so far? Well, could we get some feedback, please? How are the audio settings? How is the video? And how is the commentary? Please tell us in chat if you like.
Yes, please.
Let's see. Yeah, Dubaku gets banned. Wajongo gets banned, although I was pretty sure that was going to happen. And Temple gets banned.
I think that only leads... Yeah, Kojo was already banned. I think that leaves the Well. Alright, so...
Yeah, that leaves Well.
They don't have any clue either. They already banned Citadel? Yeah, it's Surgens. Dubaku's Kojo, Shrine, Temple, Wajongo, and Well. Yeah. So Well of Surgen was the only one not banned. I was just about to copy-paste into the chat what maps they have to choose from, but I'm not sure if they can actually hear me in the lobby.
And it looks like chat says we are doing a good job.
Yay! Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we love you guys too.
Alright.
And I'm guessing Belugas is going to stick with their comp since they have not lost with it yet. And I'm guessing that
Yep.
Cold Team will probably also stick with their comp since it's been working for them as well. Checking the leaderboards,
for how many wins we have from this one particular team.
Belugas is currently 5-0, and Cold Team is 3-2 right now.
It's basing it off of how many games you've won on the brackets right now?
Yes, that's currently the match win-loss.
I see.
The point system is going by rounds, but I'm just telling the matches right now.
Oh, okay. So it also has the rounds put on there. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, Arborist and Xlucid doing a very good job updating that.
Thanks to them for their administration on this tournament. Would not have been able to do it without them. And actually deciding to go.
Beluga's starting off with a swap and into a spell block. Xlucid, they've mixed up their comp. They're now running double ranged as well.
And Belugas does decide to use his Aegis over here. Xlucid pretty close to dying. He does not have his trance, so that's going to cause him to go down right there. And could see Jayhag go down. There he goes to a Boomstorm. Have to admit that Boomstorm into Hailstorm is really good combo. Both of them stun. Both of them will slow down the target. So it's very hard to get out of that kind of combo. And can be followed up with a Meteor. So definitely a lot of range damage can come out.
And I think the Belugas are just more used to running this double ranged.
A little bit.
Jayhag getting swapped out.
Swamp.
Has to use the space and his shield, and still is taking damage.
Yep. And going down to about 25% health. Belugas is way over here. And Sig.
He's still stuck in that corner. Has to EXQ out. Xlucid taking a bunch of damage from that ultimate from Sig.
Definitely. And Jayhag no longer has his shield anymore. Could potentially go down pretty soon. Lucid down to about 50% health. Meanwhile, the Gunner over here is getting pretty low. And down goes Lucid. And the Gunner. And this could potentially be Jayhag pretty soon. So, Cold Team is just really just tearing this game up. And if you look at their total health, their normal health is about 75%. So
yeah, they're just
not taking.
I think Worm Team is just not used to playing this ranged comp. I think they would have been better off sticking to what they were playing before.
Yep. And managing to dodge all of the damage in the beginning here, and pushing back the Worm Team a little bit. They could potentially grab the room. Sig is in position to do that, and still dodging a lot of AoEs here. Lucid getting swapped on a little bit, does get down to about 50% health, that is to say, and is now in the middle of that Boomstorm. That is not good for him. And we do see an ult from
good
the
ultimate
Gunner.
Out of the Gunner, but Beluga's got that shield from Sig, so he didn't end up taking a lot of damage.
And Sig down to about 25. Does not look like that's going to matter all that much, because Cold Team seem like they're just going to just finish that up for a 3-0 victory. So congratulations to them for just sweeping that under the rug pretty much.
Yeah, it's just kind of rolled them over. I think Worm would have, as I said before, should have stuck with their comp.
Yeah.
But well played, and we're going to find another game to watch now.
I think I'm going to join on Kung Fu, because we just really haven't seen all that much from him. He is, of course, playing Spearmaster, which I also find interesting. And nobody's won yet, so also this is a good match for that.
Yeah, it's basically like we just started off, and they're running Grimrock now, so that's going to provide a lot of... Puka's team is that, so they're going to provide a lot of healing to the Inhibitor and Gunner.
Mithron a little bit less than 50%, might want to get out of there pretty soon.
Nice double execute coming out of Worm Team.
Mithron could potentially go down. There he goes to a Seeker's ultimate. Jord missing his trance there. And
this isn't over yet.
Definitely not. If they can kill Jord, then that would definitely be pretty good on him. 588 damage from the execute, but he gets healed up pretty quickly. He was line of sighting the other team using that pillar there, so that forced Wildstorm to space in. Meteor onto Wildstorm.
Very nice. They even it up, but Puka's going to go down. And it looks like Wildstorm's going to go down soon, too. There's no way he's going to get away from Kung Fu.
Or maybe if
Kung
he
Fu just
spaces
doesn't melee him.
That was pretty interesting there. He was waiting for the trance, and that was kind of amazing. Just taking out that team there pretty much within seconds.
And it was just a very good seeker pressure coming out of Wildstorm.
Yes.
No,
Yep.
sorry, not Jord. Wildstorm plays seeker too. So
Oh yeah, so it's definitely interesting to see them. So, Mithron standing in this AoE here, not good for him, definitely. Wildstorm's down to about 50% health, and Mithron, once again, he's just way out here. It seems like he's just not getting his trances procced, has to use his EX base. And
ultimate coming out from Wildstorm, but not doing a ton of damage to anyone because they all had the full recovery health at that point.
Yep, and Puka, to be worse, he whiffed his ultimate, so that did not contribute at all. Could see a double ultimate from Jord if they line up correctly, which might happen soon. They are lined up, but he decides not to use it. Kung Fu almost down.
Very nice execute. Kung Fu goes down. Wow, actually, Worm Team's coming out of this ahead. They're just, at this moment, they're doing better.
Oh yeah, and managing to pull
that
that
was a very
out.
nice turnaround, going from 2-3 down to 2-2 and then winning it. Very nice comeback. And wow, look at that damage by Wildstorm. 15 TPS.
Oh wow, that is just amazingly low right there. So we'll see what Cold Team has in response to that. And Worm Team using their cloak right there. And just playing a little bit of footsie. That was the first damage going out on Kung Fu. It was a stray M1, so that kind of shows how little was going on there. Wildstorm in the middle of that fire.
Kung Fu getting his trance proc till Wildstorm spaces out and gets that stun.
Once again, Mithron in the middle of all of that damage is going to get harpooned on upon by Kung Fu. Now Wildstorm's taking a bunch of damage from him. And Cold Team now
Puka's kind of in now, and
Yeah.
Kung Fu's just going to capitalize on that until he spaces out. Nice EX Harpoon to put some more pressure back onto him.
Yep, and Jord was taking a little bit more damage than he was putting out on that confrontation there, and Wildstorm did go down there.
Yeah, and that was just the result of Puka taking too much pressure to heal his teammate at that time.
We could see an ultimate from Vaca, and there it goes right there. Puka deciding to space out that Mithron could go down, uses his Aegis, and still goes down even to a position at that point. So it's a 3 versus 1 here. Probably Cold Team going to just clean this up. Puka does have his ultimate, but no, that's not going to turn
3v1
around.
as a healer isn't something you can easily pull off.
It's tough to do unless if you're playing a game in Iron League.
Yeah, well, in that case maybe, but
Yeah.
this is a very good tournament.
Yep, definitely getting some good games here. Wildstorm once again using his cloak. And
Wildstorm getting that blind off on Jord, which prevents a lot of zoning coming out from him.
Trying to get in there. And double fire arrow from Jord. Mithron's going to jump on him though. It's a little bit overextended. Once again into all this AoE. That
Yeah,
seems to
he's
be what's
always
killing him.
And he keeps trancing while he's in the AoE, which just means he's stationary, sitting there in it.
Jord's got his ultimate now. Could see that come out pretty soon. Mithron's got his ultimate. Wildstorm decides to use his. Here comes Mithron.
Nice EX Harpoon coming out of Kung Fu to pull Mithron back into range.
Mithron managed to actually dodge that damage. Vaca using an EX base on Mithron there. And an ult from Puka. And
Kung Fu's really far in, and he's going to go down.
Yep.
He's just too far out of Vaka's heal range.
Yep, line of sighting using that pillar right there. And Cold Team definitely doesn't look like they would be able to pull this out. Not counting them out yet, but if they get into this area back here, they could definitely have a little bit more of an advantage. Mithron's the closest.
Mithron's
to
pretty
that.
low, so they could potentially take him down. That was very nice EX Insects, but it looks like Vaka's going to go down here.
Yeah.
Followed shortly by Jord.
And he had 3 AoEs going out on Mithron, but he still managed to stay alive. That is pretty impressive.